Tell you something else. There's a lot to be said for making people laugh. Did you know that's all some people have? It isn't much, but it's better than nothing in this cockeyed caravan.
Woo-wee, yabba dabba doo. Hey folks, it's Saturday evening here. I'm at the Target parking lot, my sanctuary, and this is a podcast anybody can do. You talk about your bored week, you make it sound exciting, like some stuff goes on, but not much really goes on, and then you do some bad topical news puns, and there you go. I was listening to a comedy podcast this week as this guy lost his open mic because people were doing Charlie Kirk jokes and 9/11 jokes, and I felt bad for the guy, but I'm not sure if his mic was out in the open. But anyways, you know, to get to the week segment, Monday and Thursday, I went to the gym. I got a Chipotle bowl, and, well, there's not much to say there other than I love Chipotle, you guys. It's my favorite fast food place to go to, and, you know, especially after the gym, it gives me the illusion of eating healthy, even though I'm not. And we started out this week with a poop show, and then we ended this week with a prank call show, and I put up some shorts. I think 2 out of the 3 got 1,000 views on YouTube, which is good. The beer one on my main channel, of course, didn't get much because that's alcohol, I guess. But the steak video on the Josh Jack Network channel and the jackpot video, I didn't really win anything at the casino on the other channel, the Jack Comedy channel, they both got 1,000 views. So that's not bad, 2 out of 3. And then I did get some stage time this week. Tuesday, I went to that drum circle open mic. That's what I call it. It's in a brewery. It used to be Wednesday. Now it's on a Tuesday. So I went all by myself. I was going to call somebody, Dan Wolf, but I was like, he doesn't call me anymore, that guy. So I went by myself. I think beforehand I got 2 slices of pizza at Pizza Roma. I got a slice of barbecue chicken, and I got a slice of pepperoni. I drank it with a water. I wolfed it out of my car like a pig. And then I went over and pretty much there was 6 signups on the list, just like last time. I thought the first 2 spots were open, but apparently I signed up on the second spot. The persons on stage took the second spot. So I said to the host, hey, does this list go in order? He looked at me like I was crazy. He goes, yeah. And I said, I'm the comedian guy from last time. I left one night. He's like, oh, yeah. Is he going to go on tonight? I was like, yeah. So I waited about 2 hours, and then I finally went up. There wasn't much people in the room. There was this Asian girl's birthday. She was singing these Adele songs and stuff. They really liked her over there. And then I went up, and I did my jokes. I did about 5.5 minutes. I did a couple of new jokes. I did these 2 topical news puns. One of them I forgot. And pretty much they were very nice to me. They laughed at my jokes if they weren't funny. I saw the host from last time. He shook my hand. He was like, hey, I remember you. He was nice to me. They were nice to me there. And that was that. At least got 5.5 minutes. So then Wednesday night, I go to the Royal, and I saw a couple of comedians there that I knew, whose names I will not mention, because as you know, no one wants to be associated with me. And I went there, and I grabbed the number. I forgot what number I grabbed. I think I grabbed number 14 or something. Anyways, they called every number but mine, again, for the second time in a row. So I was like, fuck, man. So I didn't bother to go up. But you know what? I already got stage time the night before, so I just watched the show for like an hour and a half. And then afterwards, I went to McDonald's, and I slammed 2 double cheeseburgers. And I already had a Diet Coke at the Royal. So I just had some water. So that was my Wednesday night. I recorded this band doing a Scooby-Doo cover song. I should have liked it. And I forgot to mention the drum circle open mic. I actually recorded another drum circle freestyle. I forgot to mention that. And I'm going to put it in the podcast right now, thanks to the power editing. Boom. Here it is.
Yeah, they're doing it again. It's another drum circle, my friend. Waiting for my turn. You don't see your burn. Do a damn stand-up act. People, it's gonna be too late. They don't realize, though, I'm number 8. First run up on the list. Fuck, it's gonna be a long night for shit, bitch. I got nothing to do. I would've been 15 minutes away. Then I go bombs away. when I go up on stage, I don't know if you can hear what I'm gonna say, but we're gonna do it with the drums, not the bass. It's hard, the blues, and just rock out, Josh out. We're gonna pop out like a fucking hit, like a Janet Jackson concert, motherfucking songs, I'm a fucking monster. This is what I do. Jackson,
All right. I hope you did not enjoy that. You could probably barely hear me. It was very loud. So that was Wednesday night at the Royal. Didn't get on, but it happens. And then Friday night, I did something different. I went to Marco, the buffet guy's house, where he lives, and he said we'll go to this place called Verona's. So, he said we'll go to Oktoberfest. There's this festival called Oktoberfest where he lives, and pretty much, there's got outdoor bars and bands and such, and blah, blah, blah. So he called me when I was driving over there, and he said, do you want to get a cheesesteak? I need to know now, because it takes like 40 minutes. And I said, yeah, get me a cheesesteak. And he asked me what I wanted on it. So I drove my hoopty on the highway again, made it there successfully, and then pretty much me, him, and his roommate Manny, who I met many years ago with the Dark Horse meetups, we drove my hoopty to Verona Cheesesteaks. That's right, folks, in the hoopty, in the Jackmobile, to this place called Rosa. It was packed. Ordered 3 cheesesteaks, and he gave me the bag, and this thing was fucking heavy. It was like a big fat baby. I never felt a bag of food this heavy in my life. I was like, Jesus. It was like a 1-pound cheesesteak. I made a video of that. I ate the whole thing except for maybe a couple pieces. Marco, the buffet guy, ate the whole thing, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to have to poop somewhere. So we hung out for about a half an hour. We hung out for a little bit. We're like, hey, the Oktoberfest thing ends at 10. We better leave now. So we drove my hoopty a couple blocks away, parked at a CVS, and there was a lot of kids out. It reminded me of this festival near my place, a Penny Pack thing with Will Fitz, where there was a Tom Petty cover band. There was tons of kids running around, and I was going to drink, but I had to drive on the highway 5 or 6 miles, so I didn't want to take a chance. And pretty much I was like, oh, man. So pretty much we get to this festival thing, and I let out some farts. This isn't the poop show. But long story short, I was panicking. I didn't know where the bathroom was. I kept asking people. I found it. I ran down the stairs, got into a porta potty stall, which is disgusting. And folks, I laid out a nasty poop baby. And I know this isn't the poop show, but that just happened. So anyways, after that, I was a little bit relieved. We hung out for a little bit. Marco, the buffet guy, allegedly may have had a beer or two. I think he may have had it. He never drinks. And we walked around for a little bit. There was like dirty hoodlum kids around, and mostly just kids. And they were all cursing in the street. Some of them looked drunk. And it was like, I got uncomfortable. And I was like, I'm getting out of here. So I left. I got home around 10:30. And then my check engine light came on as soon as I got home, which is funny. It's the same check engine light cone, the P0420. I already put Cataclean in this thing last week. And that was that. So pretty much tonight, I didn't know where to go. I said, should I go to Parks? Should I go to the Target parking lot? And I just got a beer at the beer store, but I think I'm going to save it for another time. I just don't feel like drinking tonight. I feel tired. I don't know if I'm sick from the cheesesteak or something. I'll save the beer for another time. And I think tonight I'm just going to get some food, either at Chicken Pete's or somewhere else, and just record some stupid videos, and that's it. If anything else happens, I'll add it. If not, we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know what I had to eat, whatever. But that's it. So we're checking with the next board segment. And that's it for as far as next week on the channel. I don't know where we get stage time at. Hopefully some other open mic. And then pretty much more awful shorts recorded. I got 2 already in the can, which means up my butt. So that's that. All right. We'll see you in a little bit. You stay put there, you jerk. All right. So last night I pretty much tried to record the second part to this right now. But I recorded didn't pick it up. But pretty much I decided not to drink my beer, save it for another time. Wasn't in the mood. And also, I went to this pizza place. I ate 12 garlic parm wings with blue cheese. And I had a small cheesesteak pizza. And, man, I'm surprised I didn't poop, folks. And I was in it, just hung out for a while. I tried to shoot some videos on my phone. I already got 2, as I said, for next week. I'll probably have 3 altogether for the 3 channels. The Josh Jack channel, the Josh Jack Network channel, and the Josh Jack channel. Unsubscribe from all 3, as I said. Well, it's time to get to your least favorite segment, everybody. It's time to get to the odd news.
news. Eurostar unveils gender-neutral uniform for staff. So everybody has to wear the same uniform. But they're all wearing this stupid blue uniform. They all look like fags. Woman accused of stealing motorized public shopping cart to drive herself to an appointment. Pretty much she's going to neutral on that one. Kwame Chamain says he's rightful president. He's going to sue Trump for $40 trillion. Whoa. California man accused of decapitated a sea lion, putting its head in a plastic bag. All lies, he says. A sea lion, I guess. I have no joke here. Seattle sex trivia draws crowds and educates them. A black swan named Mr. Terminator evicted from town after trying to drown local birds. I know the blacks that cause trouble. Why get rid of the bird? NHS removes controversial report on benefits of first cousin's marriage after forced public backlash in UK. Mr. Beast defends trapped and abandoned burning building for a chance to win $500,000. Yeah, I guess Mr. Beast is still burning bridges out there. The company valued at $415 million. No company in particular, just a company. The Turkey abandoned laws, food fights enforce donor kebab rules on Europe. Woman behind hoax threat at joint base Emmerdale, New Jersey wants to trauma by her co-workers. This is sad. Iowa teen dies after being mistaken for a squirrel. And I was going to say something about being nuts, but that's, once again, that joke's been done before. Cereal scenes at a World Warm Charming Championships. I think that's it, folks. I don't think there's really not much in the news right now. Let's see if there's anything else. Pope Leo blesses a block of ice. I always knew he was a cold pope. It says, Mormon man in Utah has raised over $280,000 for the family of Michigan church shooting suspect. That's not weird. That's just a good deed. Alligator loose on Bella Isle caught by two guys with a net. The Australian worker reinstated after telling co-workers he put his penis in a sandwich. But it was so small, it wasn't a 6-inch or a foot long. This happened at Subway. All these area codes, Michigan family sues Jeep hybrid after it shuts down on the highway. 58 million pounds of corn dog sausages on a stick recalled for possible wood pieces. Yeah, put that wood on a stick. Oh boy, that's not a good joke. Alright folks, well that's the end of the show. I'll see you folks on the next one. Like I said, I think this episode ended a few minutes early, but that's probably a good thing. You just listened to, and we're out of here. Go fuck yourself, Cuppy.